after we left. He said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the...
Thanks, Quill. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it. Hey, Rocket. Working on something?
I'm always working on something.
You're not listening to my tunes?
Yeah, I am.
No you aren't. You don't even have headphones on.
I got multiple brain chips, Quill. I don't need no headphones.
Whoa. Music straight into your brain. That's amazing! What do you need to focus on so badly anyway?
Something that might give us a way to get through the Armada around Sacrosanct. Just in case Lady Skullsuit doesn't show up in time.
Nice. What is it?
You'll see.
Good thinking. Get the watering sorted out before we go.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
He looks so sad, swishing around in his robes.
What'd he say?
Groot wants to water the Grand Unifier.
Oh, right.
The soaked unifier?
The Grand Humidity!
I am Groot.
Hey, Bug Lady. You see anything about this mission we should know about?
I don't see much.
Now that's a no... Drax! Hey, I was just...
There is no need to explain yourself, Peter Quill. Unlike the rodent, I do not mind when others are curious about my things.
It's a really cool blade.
With an equally impressive history.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Zatar the Unfinished, a great Catathian warrior king who led the first pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Wait... So you're saying this is basically Excalibur?
I am unfamiliar with such a weapon.
It's a mythical sword belonging to a famous Earth King.
Then yes, I suppose you could say this is the Excalibur of my people. It is a symbol of a king and the great hunt he inspired for those seeking to regain a place in Ultath.
So... this great hunt thing seems like a bigger deal than I thought. Did we... mess it up for everyone by capturing Fin Fang Foom?
What do you mean?
Well, its purpose is to regain entry into Catathian Heaven and stuff, and now there's no Foom to, you know, send you there.
Peter Quill. There are many paths to Ultath. The pilgrimage to Maklu 4 is but one of them.
Right.
When Thanos murdered my family and destroyed my village, twice I chose the path of revenge. First I raised a small army of Catathian warriors. Even outnumbered, we cut our way through the Chitauri line and challenged Thanos himself.
Wait. On Katath, you faced Thanos twice during the Galactic War?
Yes. But I was not strong enough the first time.
Strong enough to survive?
Thanos allowed me and a few others to live, to set an example. Defeated and humiliated, the surviving members of my squad chose to make the pilgrimage to Maklu 4. But I could not. I continued to walk the path of revenge. Until you helped me put the ghosts of Hovat and Kamaria to rest.
To be fair, I had a lot of help.
And yet you have given me a new purpose, Peter Quill. Seems my destiny was not in the mountains of Kakarantara after all, but here, on this ship, with you.
Zatar sounds like a hero of yours.
King Zatar. And he is. Every Katathian warrior knows the story of his pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Why is he called Zatar the Unfinished, then?
In the history of my people, a rival king attacked Zatar's lands, easily overwhelming his forces. Captured and broken, Zatar challenged the rival king to a fight to the death, but the conqueror refused, banishing him to a life of dishonor and disgrace instead. So King Zatar went to Maklu 4 to challenge the mighty Fin Fang Foom and change his destiny.
Well, that's depressing.
How is it depressing?
Because he obviously failed. Fin Fang Foom's still alive and kicking, mostly.
He did not fail, Peter Quill. King Zatar did not vanquish Fin Fang Foom, it is true. But he did redeem himself in the eyes of his people.
By dying? Not exactly a happy ending.
By never giving up. A warrior only truly dies when he stops living. King Zatar proved that our stories, the records of who we were in life, are ours to shape. He could have died a coward who lost his place in Ultath, or he could do what I and many of my people believe he did. Change the ending of his story.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us now. I can't guarantee where our path will take us, but hopefully somewhere with lots of money and comfort.
I do not have a doubt in my heart, Peter Quill, that we will have moderate success.
I'll accept moderate.
Gamora and Hubari, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
It's still weird when you say my actual name.
I am getting used to it.
We've come a long way since Murderous Sorceress. Wasn't it what you were calling me back on my first mission with the team?
Yes. At first I believed you had bewitched Peter Quill. I could see no other reason he would hire an assassin for a protection contract.
Really? No other reason than magic?
Could also have seduced him. He lacks mental fortitude in the presence of women.
True. If I remember right, he spent most of that protection contract flirting with the waitresses.
You're overwatering, Sir Groot.
Peter Quill, spar with me.
I think I'll pass, Drax. I don't want to get tired before the real fight.
Tired. But this is the warm-up.
Not a bad idea.
I wonder if he knows what it is.
He does.
Mantis! Groot! Hey!
Hey, Star Guy.
Shouldn't you be keeping this in the fridge since it came from Maklu?
I am Groot.
Just like you, Sir Groot.
What did he say?
Oh, just that with the right care, the plant you gave him can survive pretty much anywhere, even on spaceships. I can see why you'd want plants in space. It's so...
Empty?
I am Groot.
Yes, dark. And gloomy and doomy. Blech. I prefer home to be on the ground.
I am Groot.
Aw, such a cutie. And if you can't go to your planet, make your planet come to you. Wait, does that make Little Fuzzy your maintenance mammal?
Maintenance mammals? There were creatures like Rocket on your homeworld.
Oh yes.
I am Groot.
He says there were lots of little furry babies on Tulunia.
Tulunia.
You know, Planet X.
Ah.
But Little Fuzzy wasn't one of them. He's one of a kind. The maintenance mammals on Tulunia were servants to Groot's people.
Gross.
I am
That's terrible!
What?
He says the other saplings were big meanies to the maintenance mammals. They'd hurt them. For fun.
I am Groot.
But Sir Groot says he preferred their company over his people because they were super smart and nice.
I am Groot.
He says their kindness reminds him of Little Fuzzy.
Really? Rocket?
I am Groot.
Aw, you big sweetie. He says he couldn't protect his friends on Planet X, but he can protect Rocket.
He's lucky to have you, man. Hell, we're all lucky to have you.
Now hug.
Oh,
Maybe later?
what was your home like? You know, before?
Beautiful. He says he wanted to be a forest caretaker, so he could spend time caring for all the wonderful plants that grew there.
What stopped you?
His dad. Sir Groot's a prince? Just like you, Star Guy.
Wait, your dad was a king?
A big meanie. He says his dad and the other Arbor Masters were corrupt. They favored the few over the many and turned sentient mammals into slaves.
Why are all dads that happen to be kings always dicks?
Yeah, power sucks. Even the wisest tree and purest water can be poisoned. Sir Groot says it's up to us to be the antidote. Gardening helps him find purpose and healing.
I get it. My mom loved her garden.
Me too.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you with your garden or make the Milano feel more like home, let me know.
He says thank you, Pete.
In retrospect, our team was eclectic on that first mission.
That's an understatement. Rocket seemed like the only one who knew what he was doing, and he did it in the most chaotic way possible.
What did he do with the detonation charges he found in the ventilation system?
If he hasn't used them yet, they'll probably be in his secret stash.
Oh, cute. That's from Maclu, right? Better not make toxic spores like those big ones in the forest.
Nice move there, Drax.
If I put my weight on my left foot, I have much better control over my right hook.
Raker's going down this time, Gamora. I promise you.
And I promise you, I'm getting Nikki out of there, no matter what.
We will get her out.
Together.
Together.
Bet those moves are really going to impress Lady Hellbender.
I do not need to impress her. Besting the great Fin Fang Foom is proof enough of my combat skills.
Yeah, that would do it.
I'm not sure Lady Hellbender was really impressed with how we handled that fight. You know, since we accidentally killed that dragon before Groot revived him.
Would you not be impressed by a man slaying a dragon?
Maybe if he does it without my help. No, not like that.
What is it?
Your angle of attack was off. You have to go at it from the inside out, especially since Raker's body armor has inward folds.
A tactically sound observation.
I noticed it made a big difference when I had to assassinate a congregation of Badoon dignitaries. They were wearing so many layers.
Alright, not stuff. Here goes nothing. No, scratch that. Here go the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm gonna barf.
And we're back. Deja vu.
Is it just me or that fleet looks twice as big now?
Wrong. It is at least thrice as big.
That's the biggest I've ever seen it.
What now?
Kill the lights, kill the engines, and wait for Lady Hellbender to show up.
We're sure she's coming, right?
She is a woman of honor, a queen. She promised to gather her forces.
And how long is that gonna take?
Too long.
No. We can't be too late. We gotta save the galaxy and Nikki. One way or another, we need to get in there and shut down that ritual.
We can't take on a fleet that big.
Little Fuzzy!
Rocket, what are you doing, man? We need to get into Sacrosanct to disrupt the ritual, right? We all know we get killed out here. So, I'm gonna make a really loud distraction. My tunes! Yeah, I rigged it to blast your scuddy music across all channels, while the church is out looking for the source.
We cut the engines and we flow silently right past them to board the Sacrosanct. Smart.
Seriously? Fine. But we're getting it back as soon as we win. Now get back in here! Alright, let's find a place to park.
Look at those fools. Your deception is working.
You sound so surprised.
We are so gonna get my music back once this is all done.
Sorry, Quill. Chances are they're gonna blast it to pieces once they pin it down.
Let's make sure this sacrifice counts.
Can we not call it that?
Why are we whispering anyways? I know they're out there, but they can't hear us through the ship's hull.
Yet you're still whispering.
Because I don't want to be the one to flark it up if they can hear through it. But they can't.
Certainly if they can hear us.
What?
Morgoth's breath. Whoa! Yes! Lady Hellbender has arrived!
Guardians of the Galaxy, stop hiding! The monster lords of Seknarf 9 hunger for battle.
We're not hiding,
We are sneaking.
because we need to get into Sacrosanct alive.
Then we will slaughter as many as we can out here while you fight your way in. Eat, my children! Crack open their shells and feast upon the sweet meats inside!
This is so metal. All right, people. Mantis, you sure you could fly her?
Yes! Sometimes!
Hang on, maybe you should.
To arms! The enemy approaches!
Rocket, any sign of Warlock?
Yeah, my tracker's showing gold by the central rock formation. We gotta get out of this hangar.
Tell them that! Toss him around! Really missing my tubes right now, Rocket!
Pretty sure they know exactly why we're here. You heard them. Let's hit them until they pause and front.
These guys really need to work on their hospitality!
In some cultures, this is considered hospitality.
I was just trying to wake him up! Need some breathing room, Groot!
So many crackpots to blast.
You fill him, I fillet him!
Bust up the smoke! Any of you floggers point us to the ritual chamber?
Dressed up for it and everything!
Who knew whooping cultists could be this much fun?
Way to take him to church, man!
What is next, Peter Quill?
Smoke the Rocket! Groot, put him down!
Really knows how to fly our ship.
Oh, shit! Wait a second. Did you say our?
Whoa! Watch the language!
These faith crates are unstable!
Maybe we shouldn't stand next to them then.
Lady Hellbender's entrance was quite the spectacle.
How was she staying astride Boom without a saddle? The hangar's wide open! They can attack from anywhere!
That means they could also be attacked from anywhere.
Past time someone got stabbed!
My fists have quelled the believer.
How close are we?
Not close, which is why we need to keep moving.
Yeah! They called in the Creeple League!
At least they brought the elevator for us.
These faith crates are unstable!
To use that to our advantage. Your magic will not save them, wizard.
What's the opposite of heal? Let's do that to him! The blockhead's amping up his buddies! Branch out, you!
This will be our glorious final assault on the church.
Unless they've got another backup plan.
Really missing my tunes right now, Rocket!
We will honor your sacrifice, Peter Quill.
I can barely cut into his armor!
Lady Hellbender's entrance was quite the spectacle.
Wish Groot hadn't chopped my tunes!
I'm ready! Just find me an opening!
Groot, slow him down! No fair! He's boosting everyone but us!
The hangar's wide open! They can attack from anywhere!
Remind me to go over the formation drills again! Drop it on him!
This bullet sponge needs to be seeing stars. Been too long since I blew something up. Of course I think we'll win. We're the gardeners, ain't we?
Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools.
Listen to Groot. Get in here. I'm tempted to trash this whole landing base so they can't bring in reinforcements.
There's no time. We've got to get to that ritual.
How can we be certain they have not found a way to convert the Warlock?
It would explain why they took him prisoner instead of just killing him.
And there's a lot of faith Scott beaming into this place.
If they found a way to turn him, we'll just have to go into his mind and fix him too.
I ain't jumping into that freak's promise. Can you imagine?
Mirrors as far as the eye can see.
Jars full of combs and cheap hair products.
You use hair products.
I said cheap.
A wealth of luxurious oils and sweetly perfumed lotions.
Baby! Mantis, no spinning! Why is she spinning?
Don't worry about my flying. Just worry about your shooting. You'll meet new people soon.
Already here, Mantis!
Oh, say hi for me.
Celestial Madonna sends her greetings.
Imagine the havoc Lady Hellbender must be wreaking outside!
Who's probably crunched half the armada by now?
I kinda wanna know how they made so many uniforms in such a short time!
Maybe there's a giant closet on the ship somewhere! Think they'll tell us where Warlock is?
They are nothing but promise-filled husks!
We win! We get first dibs on all the salvage, right?
Let's cross the finish line before we start dividing
People fight
spoils.
without fear. They have fully embraced the promise.
And there's millions more where they came from.
Let's hope Mantis and Lady Hellbender keep most of them busy outside.
Hey, we can get through here!
You door's flarked.
Scott, we need to go that way. See if you can overload it.
This place brings back troubling memories.
Are they still mad at us? Okay, sorry we left such a mess last time we were here.
No, we ain't!
Oh, you rocket!
I guess it was a pretty controlled roll. For the bug lady, I mean.
I kinda wanna know how they made so many uniforms in such a short time!
Maybe there's a giant closet on the ship somewhere.
We win! We get first dibs on all the salvage, right?
We win! We're taking a vacation!
Beware!
Think they'll tell us where Warlock is?
They are nothing but promise-filled husks!
This faith-filled fanatic got the point! We made another mess!
Groot's right! They started it!
It's a big cult, so they've gotta have janitors.
Oh good, here comes the cleaning crew.
The spill is back that way, boys!
I do not believe these people are janitors.
Watch your butts!
Light him up, Rocket! Slice and dice! At least Mantis hasn't crashed the Milano.
She's actually an accomplished pilot! I kinda wanna know how they
Send it
made
their
so
way,
many
Drax.
uniforms in such a short time!
There's a giant closet on the ship somewhere.
I guess it was a pretty controlled roll. For the bug lady, I mean.
Belief in the Matriarch could not save this one!
Don't be sad! Keep punking their scudding lights out!
I'll enjoy this!
We win! We get first dibs on all the salvage, right?
Let's cross the finish line before we start dividing the spoils.
Time to kick him while he's down!
Killer chance! Think they'll you'll tell us where Warlock is?
They are nothing but promise meal husks!
I am Groot.
You said it, bud. They are gonna throw everything they got at us. And we will dodge it! Ah, there we go. Path's this way. Come on!
Star Guy, what does the angry orange light on your controls mean?
Which one?
The one under the tape. Oh, now it's yellow. Now orange again. Yellow.
Just ignore it, Mantis.
Put tape over my warning lights?
You're distracting.
You just lost your tape privileges.
It's my tape.
How would you restrain one as powerful as the Warlock?
I'd start with a gag.
Is this really the safest route?
Lord, no! But safe ain't my top priority right now! Well, I bet you could pull up the rest of them floor panels! See? Told ya!
Good thinking.
They turned the song just to hold us back.
Nested scat baskets! Just plant those feet in the ground, buddy! You can do this! This wind shall not break our determination! It sure is trying! Defiant Furry One!
Did you guys get the radioactive plasma bridge or the wind thing this time?
The wind thing.
Oh, good.
Go get him, guys.
Scott!
Great. Now what?
Where is he?
Ah, got him. Golden Boy's this way. Come on. Yes, we're going out into space. We got no other options. And I got a theory. Yup, artificial gravity. Figured a ship this big would need it for repairs and stuff.
This is so cool.
Hang on. Okay, go, go, go. See? Nothing to it. Yep, signal's coming from somewhere inside that giant frickin' rock. Yeah, that scrap heap's taking pot shots at our monsters.
Touch your metal!
We are still a great distance from the church's altar.
Might find a shortcut soon.
He's ready!
Renegades are relentless!
Will's killing loopy cops now. Music to my
Throw that
ears.
tracks!
The church is worried. Send Nova after us.
Their strategy is flawed! Thanks, bud! Punch it, tracks! Rocket! Hold up!
We're good. My trigger finger has gone numb from all the murdering. Someone do so fine!
Chop them up!
I see him. Hold on, bud.
Perhaps you should avoid Wolf Cop! I am trying to destroy!
Stay clear of the big guy and
Let us deal the final blow! I don't think you'll be flying again anytime soon. Well done, Peter Quill! Man, the entire galaxy showed up for this brawl! That is certainly an exaggeration. Wreck of tracks! I cannot penetrate it!
The church is worried.
it out of
Send
big
Nova
guy.
after us.
Their strategy is flawed!
Using the turrets is a great idea. Eat this. Yield them away.
Then let's take him out first.
Finally, sick of those dashed mines.
This has got my name on it.
That's what you get, squat hoppers.
Rocket! Do you just make up those words or do they mean something?
They mean I'm sick of getting shot at.
Shuckin' Guffle Stompers!
Rocket, can you pop the lock on that door?
Yeah, just let me do it.
Well, that didn't work.
Panel's flarked, but I got a better idea. Hang on.
Out of the way! Rocket time! And that's how it's done.
Excellent work, little fuzzy.
You don't get to call me that.
Heads up! We've got new friends!
Root! Hog-tie top danger clue! How big is this ship?
It's more like several ships all joined together!
Root! All hands on deck! We have likely half the galaxy's population.
They aren't giving us much of a choice!
You shall not wield the Nova Force again, traitor!
Ah, there we go. Path's this way. Come on.
All right, let's keep moving.
You think Lady H is gonna turn on us once this is all done?
Never! Whoa! Monster down!
Oh, stuck.
Guess that one's off to Monster Valhalla.
It was a noble death.
Mantis, how's it going up there?
So many dead. It's always hard to watch. These beasts are very brave.
Hold on, okay? We're making good progress.
You are very brave too.
They keep throwing troops at us!
These were close, right? Move away, Rocket! We have likely half the galaxy's population.
First not first. Nothing we can do about it.
Took out one of the Nova Corps nut jobs! These renegades are relentless!
What? He wants to know who will plant all these bodies with no dirt out here. I don't get what he's...
He knows we bury our dead.
Oh! Let's figure out a way to get through here. We're in a rush, apparently.
Try your blasters, Peter.
Let's keep pushing forward.
Peter Quill, I fear I will not be able to harm your child if she is lost.
Of course you wouldn't let him, you big lug, but what if she don't give us a choice?
I'll take care of it.
Even if it means...
I'll take care of it.
Heldagur Morgath, Soltat Flandergath.
A real dogfight easily fits into my top 10 riskiest gambits.
You should try moonwalking.
I have walked on moons.
Any bets on what's down there?
No.
Better than being exposed up here.
Guys, it's not too late to surrender. Just drop your blasters and we'll call it even, okay?
Against skies this day. It has nowhere left to run.
You can bet it'll fight like a cornered animal!
Lay on the herd.
We can never let something like this happen again!
That was a job for Novacor.
Right,
We're the ones
cross
actually
it.
doing something about it.
As their shaman compels them.
Chrome Dome's gotta go before we're overrun!
Are we sure it's not faster to go through a sacrosanct?
Back into that death phase? No thank you. I prefer this one.
Watch out! He's healing up his friends!
Well, that's not fair. What is this place?
Not where we need to be! Let's get through here! I'm ready! Just find me an opening!
It's all you, Gamora!
These fanatics only understand that one is under a violent spell. Beware!
We don't want to be in the way of that!
What the? Coach is juicing his team members!
He must have lit my great strength was underutilized.
Don't shoot at the charged one! He's all faced up!
Rogues is turning them into weapons!
Don't make me ask
I
for
would
help.
not dismiss some aid.
Oh, crap! Right with you, big guy!
Gamora's not looking so hot!
Deep breaths! Help is on the way! Thanks, Groot!
Past time someone got stabbed! Get the point?
Do not shoot him. It will lash out with vile magic.
We don't need any more problems!
No fair! He's boosting everyone but us!
Then put him in a body bag! Problem?
Feel my wrath.
Rocket! Fireworks!
Sacrosanct apart, piece by piece, by time.
Make sure you're carried in the right direction!
How is he still standing?
Newsflash! Sucks in here too!
The place of their defeat makes no difference.
Doc! These freaks hit harder while he's juicing them!
Sever his connection!
No, these goons ain't gonna tell us squat! Waste of time!
The Roby one's making the rest of them harder to kill!
Peter Quill, unleash me onto these fools.
Oh, you crap!
I will enjoy this.
I got all these toys I'm just dying to use!
Moves away, Rocket! Chop him, Gamora!
I will rip Sacrosanct apart, piece by piece, to find that child.
Control chaos, Drax! What the? Coach is choosing his team members!
We must eliminate. I having some difficulty.
Might want to check on that, Peter! Peter! Check on Drax!
Drax! Oh, crap! Come in!
So he gets to just go around healing his pals.
Look, they surrendered.
We made a compelling argument.
And we beat them mercilessly.
Half expecting a monster to come crashing through the wall.
That would be very, very bad. Maybe we should keep moving?
I would like to leave this enclosure. I cannot see the battle.
You mean you might miss a peek at Lady Hellbender?
And Fin Fang Foom.
Do you think Foom holds a grudge?
We bested him in his own lair. He will forever recognize us as his superiors.
Yeah, well, he's Lady Hellbender's pet now, and she does hold a grudge.
That is true.
These things are built like freaking Terminators!
No, he will be their Terminator. Copying berserkers once set themselves on fire to intimidate their enemies.
That is so messed up, but so awesome!
Guys, what do we do about this big bot?
The contraption cannot predict our merciless unity. There is nothing like the smell of your enemies burning.
Ugh! Smells like somebody barfed up garbage!
Save your ammo! Hit the street with a special surprise!
Ugh, they suck even when they're on fire.
Yeah? Well, I like watching them burn.
I've got to give you credit, Peter.
Really?
Your crazy plan is actually working. I never expected Lady Hellbender to show up here.
I wasn't sure we were ever gonna find Foom.
Ah, we did that, not just me.
You're the one who brought us all together.
And kept us together.
Against our better judgment?
Danger lies ahead.
Rocky, tell me we're almost through this.
We're further than we were the last time you asked.
Fuck!
Don't blame me. I'm just the guy with the tracker.
The faith beings are still going strong! Does that mean the ritual hasn't started?
How many people did they conquer for that much power? And ready!
How many times have I saved your butt now?
What would I do without you, Rocket? Blow him up! Show him some muscle!
Rope them dead!
It's a breathing room, Groot!
We're all hurting, Groot. Gotta push through it.
Peter Quill! More defectors have arrived! Stay down! Perhaps we could help Lady Hellbender from here!
No need to show off, big guy. I think she already has a crush on you. Pulverize him! Slash him, Gamora!
Control the walkways! Split them up!
Hurt them my way!
Is this a dead end?
Hard to say with all the goons in our faces.
Down here! Let me shoot you! Drop him, Rocket!
You got it.
Well done! He shall fly no more! Return Peter Quill's child at once!
She won't come willingly until we end this madness! I can't slice into the Centurion from down here! The faith beings are still going strong! Does that mean the ritual hasn't started?
How many people did they conquer for that much power?
Fast for my boss.
Rocket! Safety's off! Looks like some ultra-heavy firepower up ahead.
Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of those words. There better be a way through here because we ain't going back.
I'll take a look once these creeps stop trying to take out my freaking head. Coming!
I believe this is yours, Star-Lord.
Are you gonna be okay?
That was just so...
Metal?
Yeah.
Glad you got your music back, Quill.
You were the one who chucked it into space.
Hey, it worked, didn't it? No harm done.
Psychological harm was done. Gotta get through this.
I got this.
Back into a hole. Hooray!
Like holes.
Giant robot.
I hate these things. Not even sure it is totally robot.
What does that mean?
It's running on base energy, right? That comes from people.
Another promise destroyed!
Good! Because there's a lot more where he came from. Rocket's about to be roadkill! Shoot something! That big robot is a serious problem!
We can't get us all. Come on, guys. Let's mob the boss.
Oh, wow! Remind me not to piss off Groot!
Come on, cut him down! Wrap him up, bud! Seems like Boom has forgiven us already.
He's gonna get hammered on Sexnar if we win this!
Throw that Drax!
Send in the sky.
Now's our opportunity!
Keep the herd coming!
Crush him, Drax!
I wonder if Madness could make me some of those arm razors for close quarter brawls like this!
And maybe a bigger pair of them for fruit. Stretchy slice, suckers.
Just hoping we get a breather in here.
Take a deep breath between kills! Find the rhythm!
Groot, help him out!
What's next, Peter?
What's next, Peter?
Guys, what do we do about this big bot?
The contraption cannot predict our merciless unity!
They're trying to stall us! We need to get back out there!
Hard to stall with 200 rounds in your guts.
When Lady Hellbender returned your device, did she mention my name?
You know, I couldn't hear with all that space physics and stuff.
Another cultist! Quell!
You really think those things have people in them?
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing we've seen.
They're creepy either way. Come on, we gotta go topside again to reach Warlock.
Leave this to me!
If we survive this, we should invite Lady Hellbender to join the team.
There ain't no room for her on the ship. She's like 3 quills high.
1.5 quills, at best.
Her armor alone must weigh 6 quills.
You know what? Let's vote on it. Do we invite Lady Leotard? Nope.
Yes,
No.
Peter Quill, Groot.
She probably still wants to murder me, so I'm gonna be a no.
In her defense, that describes most people.
That's fair.
Groot's a no, too.
The voters have decided. I have been overruled.
Sorry, people, but I've gotta...
This is a legendary moment. Rhapsodists will sing of this generations from now. The Guardians of the Galaxy and Lady Hellbender.
Incoming! Clark and Hala!
Yes! Well played, Lady Hellbender!
Now that was unexpected.
Fortune favors us. We were not sucked into the lethal void.
Unless Raker shuts off the gravity.
Just have to hope he's too busy with the ritual to think of it. Are we sure Warlock's all the way over on the other side?
Yeah, as long as we keep moving forward, we're going the right way.
We have found purpose. We will not die here. If we do, we will see Ultath.
Where are you going, Quill?
Just following my gut on something.
Perhaps Lady Hellbender will join us in our final battle against the Magus.
Something tells me she's got her hands full.
Now where the flark is he going?
It's called scouting, okay?
It's a shame Lady Hellbender didn't have this kind of army to back us during the Galactic War.
She's building her legacy. We are fortunate to have her now.
Yeah, let's stay on her good side.
This is it. We're almost there.
Cosmo, is that you in there?
Da. Spasiba, Guardian of Galaxies, for helping Cosmo shake away promise. He is no longer chasing stick that is snake. And look, Cosmo is bringing nowhere.
Yeah, we noticed.
And family. Say привет, my pops.
It's good to have you back, buddy.
Ha! Cosmo is very much like filthy fleas. You are thinking he is gone until he is biting on your ass.
He's such a good boy.
Нет, Cosmo is best of boys. Now we give these brain fleas the bites they deserve. Attack!
I had no idea nowhere could fire death beams. This is sweet.
And that dog has his paw on the nuke button. We're gonna have to be nicer to him. How does Lady H get them monsters to attack the right targets anyway?
I got this.
Once we get inside that rock, chances are we're gonna have to go toe-to-toe with the Grand Unifier again.
We will stomp on his toes.
I've only got one of his arms. I'm dying to complete my collection.
Yeah, well, he spanked us the last time we took him on. And the time before that.
Has he taken down a frickin' space dragon? I don't think so. Wait. What's that? Not again! We're about to go splat out here!
Not this time, you didn't. Be careful on the slide.
Wait, what? Clark! Groot! Light us up! Groot!
Give him a minute. He just flew through space. Oh, Flark!
Keep your bits tucked in.
Which bits?
All of them.
I don't like this.
Accelerating!
Of course you think it's fun.
Watch out for debris.
It is a good thing my skin is so resistant.
Oh, Hope I don't tear my pants!
Only suckers wear pants!
This better lead somewhere solid.
Don't fall off the edge! Don't fall off the edge!
Acknowledge my velocity!
Woo! That happened!
Yes, it did!
Whoa! The tracker signal is way stronger in here. We're getting close.
Something tells me Raker's cronies won't make this easy. We're here for Adam Warlock. Just bring him to us and we'll let you go.
They ain't listening.
Head on a swivel!
Keep an eye out for ambushes.
Anybody who tries to get sneaky gets a blade to the throat!
Making
down,
short work of
weirdos,
these
deserve
cultist
it.
creeps!
These deluded souls do not know when to quit!
Time for the big guns! What a waste! Lines like this were the backbone of the war resistance.
I bet most of these freaks used to be miners!
I fear we would be lost without the insect woman!
She's welcome to keep on saving our tails!
How would we even know the fulfillment has begun?
Pretty sure Magus is gonna devour our souls. We probably feel that.
Wake up! You are being deceived!
No good. They fully bought the promise.
Hey, Quill! Wanna see some fireworks?
Zap! I love playing Zappazellan.
I am trying to destroy! Our opponents do not hold back!
Ain't
Welcome back,
nothing
Miss
more
Peter Quill.
invigorating than
You
putting
attempt to
down
reason with
some
them as well.
fireworks.
It won't
Right,
work.
you scut,
Just put 'em
you
down.
bags.
I'm ready! Just find me an opening!
He is free of his madness now!
Good! Because there's a lot more where he came from.
Let's keep pushing. The signal's pinging from deeper in the mines. My fur is standing on end. There's way more power here than there was at the Cortex.
I am Groot.
Groot feels it too. Bad energy.
Bad mojo. Hard to believe this whole church sprung up from a bunch of miners.
Wish they'd stuck to digging.
Punch it, Drax! Blitz them, Rocket!
We are lucky that Mantis can read the future!
Mantis would make a great guardian. Just
Guys, huddle up!
What are we waiting for? These blades are thirsty!
mine too. I want to run in there right now and do some serious damage, Peter.
Come on, guys! They're not the first ones to try us, and they won't be the last. There's been 1,000 before them, and they've all found out fast. Guardians don't break.
But we do seem to be taking a break.
Because, who's with me?
We are!
Way to lead the team, Peter. This is gonna be our last chance to take down Magus. All or nothing.
We ain't gonna block it up. Magus is as good as dead.
I fear we would be lost without the insect woman!
She's the master of right place, right time.
Hold it down!
Nikki really down here somewhere?
Kyle! Are you present?
Somebody stop digging down here!
Peter Quill!
I'm betting they use these precious metals for the faith pack. The Grand Unifier's gold to the Damas don't come cheap.
Wish we had a way to take some of this ore with us.
Ain't nobody trading that scud once the church is gone. Too risky. Think this Magus thing is immune to
running out of limbs!
This might be a problem!
Looks like even she's got her limits!
Keep some breathing room, Drew!
We are lucky that Mantis can read the future!
She's weird, but we owe her big!
Put it free, Gamora!
Somebody needs to flood this place! Preferably with toilet water, loss of acquirement in open space. If you're attacked unprovoked, you have the right to claim the battle spoil.
We have definitely provoked them.
They provoked us first!
Man, that giant robot can take a lot of pain! Smash him up, Drax!
I just want to consume your soul!
You can't stop him out of it, Drax!
Oh! This guy barely feels it!
Rocket! Go wild! Watch the sidelines! Lots of nooks and crannies in here!
Great idea, bud. If we pull this off, we should come back here and fill up our cargo hold.
Sell the ore on the black market? Payment for a job well done?
Seems fair to me.
Well, we ain't making that jump.
Peter's got this.
He does?
The Quill possesses the magic of weapons.
Gamora,
Safety
slice him up!
inspectors, present your documents and we will judge their accuracy.
Drax, you gotta do it like so. Safety inspection! Blam! You failed!
I'll be here all week!
Lamb! You have failed your safety inspection.
They're dead, Drax.
Correct.
You know what to do, Quill. Hard to believe that this all started with a bunch of miners getting sick.
If that hadn't happened,
That seems needlessly treacherous.
I know, but it might pay off.
Good question. Once we're staring down the ritual again, what do we do different this time?
relentless and excessive violence.
Perfect answer.
Whoa! Guys, it's like Christmas back here!
What is Christmas? Are you in danger?
I'm good!
Anybody got a comb?
Peter probably does. Why?
For the fancy parade they're gonna throw us once we finish this? Don't want to look mangy or nothing.
Me again!
Mantis, how's our timeline looking?
Gamora! Hey! Glad to hear your voice! Alive! And not dead!
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, a little heavier, but totally worth it.
Just be careful on those jumps. Rocket! You sure Warlock is in here somewhere?
Unless he ditched the tracker, yeah. This old workbench is kind of crusty, but I do some of my best work with crusty tools.
What the?
Hey look, they get the Adam Warlock channel all the way out here.
Speaking of Goldilocks, he should be right on the other side of that giant murder bot army.
You've gotta be kidding.
They've got it locked down with a faith shield. Think we can unplug it like we did on Nowhere?
It's worth a shot.
Aggression by the Universal Church of Truth.
Cannot be tolerated.
Lethal force has been authorized.
Surrender will not be considered.
Holy Scott, they came back.
Of course they did. Give him hell, World Mind!
Guardians of the Galaxy, it is
imperative
imperative
that you evacuate this vessel
before we fire upon it.
Hold that thought. Adam Warlock's on this ship.
Incorrect. Adam Warlock perished.
in the Galactic War.
He's here, alive. He is still alive, right?
The Church abducted the Golden God. We intend to free him.
You said it yourself. Adam Warlock is the only one with the potential to stop this.
Very well. We will focus
On reducing support forces.
for now. Act with haste,
Guardians.
We, hit a little bit of a roadblock.
Step forward
And witness the full destructive potential.
of the Nova Force.
Oh, yes, Clark, yeah.
Holy crap!
Cloud9 is a powerful magician.
Taking that guy out was a rocket! Nuke him! Root! Show him your roots! Nova Force sure knows how to light things up!
I would too, if I could nuke like that.
That giant power tool is so weak!
Glad it's down, but you're still adored. Haven't seen this many death bots in one place since Half-World.
Sinister machines! I
Bomb it
celebrate
at him,
their
big guy!
destruction.
Efficiency.
That is weirdly beautiful.
So long, suckers!
These machines are in direct violation.
Galactic Law.
Jeez, remind me to never piss off Nova Corps. Correction, remind me to stop pissing off Nova Corps.
What's next, Peter?
There, Warlock. Hang on. I'm calling us a ride down to Gold Cheeks. Make sure you grab on good. The drone, not the cheeks.
Grand Unifier.
Everyone down!
Finally come to confront the captive, castigate him for how far he's fallen.
Shut your mouth for once.
Clear shot.
Don't! We can't risk a fight from up here.
You show up on the very eve of our ascension. To what? Take everything from us once again?
Me? Tell me what I ever took.
My faith! And not just mine. You abandoned your flock. The very church you helped me build. You let us believe our God was dead, and with you, any hope of restoring those we lost.
I thought that
You promised me, my son!
I promised only partnership. You sought subjugation. My mistakes were many, but your mania is not among them.
Enough! Enough of this! The true divine vessel awaits. You're nothing but a husk. A faded shadow. But even you will feel the light.
Hear me. Halt this horror. Raker! Guardians, breach my bindings. Even now, Raker readies his restoration ritual.
Rocket, can you bust him out?
If I gotta...
Let me guess. Raker's power proved more pernicious than predicted?
There's little point pondering possibilities past, daughter of Thanos. Soon feverous faith will flood Raker's fledgling and feed the fiend within.
Not gonna happen. We're gonna shut it down together. Right?
Right.
Okay, let's go, people.
Come! Time dwindles as we dawdle.
could put him back up there.
Don't tempt me.
If Magus finds physical form, its insatiable cravings will consume all of creation.
Unless you eat Magus first.
A severe simplification. We must excise the entity gripping the girl.
But how much of Nikki will remain?
If her light lives, it lingers lost, dissolving in a dream discarded.
Drax completely bought into the promise, and we got him out.
I would have remained.
Well, end of the world here, remember?
Hurry, go!
Rejoice! You made it just in time for the miracle.
Grand Unifier, I trust you can hold them to bear witness.
Easily. My lady, push through your pain! Fulfill the promise!
Monster!
Mantis. Mantis, where? I will skin you! See if you can...